Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another very exciting episode here on the MIgardener channel. I know y'all are gonna love this one because a lot has changed. And to be honest, a lot has changed in a very short amount of time. So last episode, if you watched last episode, none of this was here. This all took place over the course of a day. And so I told you I'd bring you all along to show you what a living fence looked like at an early stage. And so this is it. This is 34 arborvitaes. There's some on the side that you don't see, but basically we have this beautiful, beautiful little courtyard underneath this maple tree. Looks absolutely stunning, and I absolutely love it. So the trees are in. They are 5 feet tall, and they are spaced 3 feet on center. So they aren't quite touching yet, but by the end of the year they should be. So it's going to really add as a nice beautiful green hedge. It's going to act as a windbreak once they're taller to really help kind of cut down on some of that wind that comes through here. And also what it's going to do is it's going to give some kind of privacy, which I think is the most important part that Cindy and I are a fan of, because there's such a busy road on the other side. And it's not that like we don't like people seeing what we're doing. You know, we're all for that, but we also don't like people kind of like wandering into our yard seeing what we're doing. It's kind of, it's a love-hate thing. We want to promote it, but we also respectfully want our space as well. So, so that is that. Now, I'm gonna turn you guys around so I can show you one more amazing thing that we are so excited about that I really truly wanted to thank you guys for. So the next thing that has changed in a very short amount of time is we've got a porch. I am so excited about this. This is something that I've always wanted ever since we bought the house. Family time is number one for me. I mean, family time is, I hate to say it, way above the garden. And it's just, it is so important. And especially with Geneva and the fact that the little ones, they grow up so fast. I just really want to spend as much time as I humanly can around my wife and my kids. And so we are so excited about the porch. And so those are the two huge projects that have happened. And those are really the two big outside projects that we needed to get done before we could really feel like the yard was in a state of, I guess, completion. It was kind of bare and kind of felt a little naked without it. So I really do appreciate it. It's from the bottom of my heart that I say thank you, because without your help and your support of the MIgardener store and this channel even, none of this would be possible. So I really truly thank you, and it means a lot that I have a place that at the end of the day, when I'm done editing videos, done you know, packing up seeds and trifecta, and I'm done answering emails, and I'm done posting pictures from the garden. You know, I do so much in a day, and a lot of people say, you know, how is this a job for you? This is so much a job that in our busy season, I'll sometimes work from 9 in the morning till 7 or 8 at night. And that's really hard on me when I want to spend time with family. And so for that fraction of time that I do have free, I definitely want to spend it relaxing with my wife in Geneva. And I'm so grateful for that. I'm so thankful that you have all allowed me to just live so comfortably and live so happily doing what I love doing the most. So with that out of the way, I want to show you the garden. It is blowing up with growth and abundance. We're about ready to start harvesting some pretty cool stuff, so I don't want to spoil it. So let's go. I think you all are going to love what's been growing on. So the first part of this tour, hopefully you all saw it, is our new kitchen herb garden. We're so excited about this. This is going to be a really great source of fresh herbs and adding flavor to our dishes. And so we have so many plants in here. We got the basil, we have dwarf Greek basil, we have a spicy globe basil, a lemon balm there, tarragon, dill, lemongrass, lemon thyme. This is English thyme, parsley, rosemary, or sorry, this is rosemary back here, and lavender, cilantro growing absolutely beautifully. So, some more basil, and in the back we have an oregano plant. So we will be adding more herbs to this as we go. We don't have sage, we'll be adding sage. And we don't have summer savory, we'll be adding that as well. So there's a few other herbs as well as chives, And mint we have in a bucket over there, but we will hopefully be adding mint to kind of trail over the side there. But yeah, it's going to be a work in progress as the season progresses, but it's going to be fun just to have this thing absolutely full, chock full of herbs. And so that is that. Now let's turn you around and check out the second most exciting thing in the garden right now, which is the radishes and lettuce. It's incredible how fast they've grown. So here's our radishes, and I wanted to show you guys these first because I also want to do a taste test. So they are doing absolutely beautifully. And you can see here, these are the cherry bells. Really cannot beat how stunning that color is. We've had so much rain, which is why we actually didn't have an upload yesterday, because it's been non-stop rain for the past 3 days, so they're quite muddy. So I'll go wash this off. We're going to do a taste test, but we got so many in here that are just doing wonderfully. And then, not to mention, we also have some more that I'll zoom you guys into, some French breakfast, and those are looking absolutely stunning as well. Here's the French breakfast, and that is a absolutely stunning radish. Oh, I love the smell of fresh harvested produce. It just has a smell about it that if you buy it at the store, you just, I don't know what it is really. It's almost as if it's just like fresh rain, really, is what it kind of smells like. So let's taste the cherry bell first here. Oh my gosh, it's so sweet. It really just is the most crisp, succulent. Wow, it's incredible. Such good flavor. So the next thing that I want to try is the French breakfast here. So the French breakfast is not necessarily my favorite. They tend to be a little spicier, a little more watery. The cherry bell is just amazing in every way. The French breakfast is great, but I think where it excels the most is when it's actually pickled. I absolutely love pickled French breakfast radishes. They're so good, but we'll give it a shot raw, especially because you can mince it up and add it to salad too, and it's delicious. Yeah, like I said, it's not my favorite when it's fresh, just because it's quite hot and it doesn't have a whole lot of sweetness to it. But all in all, I mean, if you like a really hot radish, this is a delicious one. I do have an appreciation for it. It's just not as much of an appreciation over the cherry bell. Delicious. So here's the lettuce. This is an absolutely incredible example of high density planting. A lot of you asked what it would kind of look like and you wanted to see an update as it grew. So here's your update. As you can see, the plants have grown up totally fine. Everyone was saying, wow, Luke, you're going to have a lot of loss of plants because they're not going to be able to compete for that sunlight and the nutrients. And like I stated in the video about how to grow 500% more vegetables in 5 times less space, that was not clickbait. I had so many people that said, that's clickbait. It's genuinely not clickbait. I want you all to understand the power of growing high density crops. This is something that we have been doing for 3 or 4 years now, and we've really begun to hone in on what makes it work so well. And I mean, this lettuce is standing up straight. It's beautiful. There's no signs of nutrient deficiencies. There's no sign of sunlight deficiencies. It's getting enough water, clearly. But I mean, we have so much diversity here with all the different colors and flavors. And I absolutely think that this is the most stunning colored lettuce. I love it. I also love the pink champagne lettuce. It is wonderful, wonderful stuff. It's just soft and buttery. And we also have some, a lot of people don't think you can grow iceberg for leaves. Totally false, folks. Over here, just kind of in the corner there, I got a little bit in the shot I can see of our iceberg. And you can grow iceberg for its leaves, folks, in a high density planting. And I suggest it. Don't waste your time with the heads. So here's something you have not seen in a while, and that is the potatoes. Now the potatoes have absolutely exploded in growth in the past few days, and they were just barely popping through the soil maybe about even a week ago. So they have nearly tripled in size, which is great to see because they were growing so slowly. Everything really was, to be honest. It's been a joy to see the rain as well as the the sunshine because it was cloudy, cold, and dry. It was the most absurd spring we've ever had. So it's in terms of growing conditions go. So these are really, really loving the sunshine and the rain and all that good stuff. So as well as warmth, it's definitely warmed up as well. Here's the Swiss chard. As I said, it's doing well. We just planted it about 4 or 5 days ago. Absolutely beautiful. I love Swiss chard. There's just something about it. It's a lot like beets, only it grows its tops instead of its roots so prolifically, and it just gets that stunning vein color. I fall in love with it every year. And then here are our onions. So these are mostly red onions. We have some red burgundy as well as some ruby red long day onion. Not sure where they kind of are planted because they're kind of all planted in different locations throughout here. They're kind of intermixed, but they're doing well. They're doing real well. Super happy with the growth so far on these, and definitely planted way more dense than we normally plant. But again, this is kind of this theory of high density, really pushing the limits of spacing on these. So most of the times people say you need about 5 to 6 inches spacing, and these are spaced about 2.5 inches on center. So they have roughly a 3.5 inch radius, which is about as big as the onions are going to get. So essentially this will be a whole bed of onions when they're fully grown. And the onions will just be large enough so they're almost touching each other. And then over here, when I tell you what's in this bed, you'll think I'm crazy. So in this bed, we actually have our red Russian kale, which we absolutely love. So we have 5 varieties of kale, the 4 varieties in that bed, and a 5th variety here. We love every single variety. But in this bed, the majority is broccoli and cabbage. So broccoli and cabbage, but it's interplanted. So this is, again, a very important part to high density gardening, is that when you're high density planting, you have to interplant with plants that will grow up as well as plants that will grow out, and really cover your space as effectively as possible. So starting over here, we have the Danish ballhead cabbage. Then we have 2 plants of broccoli interplanted. Then we have the mammoth red rock. Then we have 2 broccoli. And then we have late flat Dutch cabbage, 3 plants. And we have 2 Waltham broccoli. And then we have red acre cabbage. We have 3 of those. And then we have 2 broccoli. And then we have 3 Copenhagen market cabbage, and then 2 broccoli, and then we have, finishing up the row, of 4 broccoli. Now you're probably saying, Luke, these are planted way too close. No. These are not planted way too close. These are planted exactly inch for inch, as densely as you could plant them without having them suffer from overcrowding. So these are truly as densely planted as you can by using the interplanting of broccoli with cabbage. And that way the broccoli is going to grow up, and since the cabbage is only focusing on creating a head, it does not need to grow up, and it just will grow out, and it will simply grow around the broccoli and kind of interweave there. Won't even be a problem at all for sunlight or nutrients or water, because we're using the right type of soil, the right type of nutrients, and we're packing all of them in there. So there's an update on the garden. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Hopefully you learned something new, and also hopefully this inspired you to get out in the garden and grow one yourself. Grow a garden. I cannot tell you the benefits, whether or not it's in containers, whether or not it's in raised beds, or whether or not it's in ground. It does not matter. What matters is that you're growing it yourself. And I can't tell you the benefits of just getting fresh air, sunshine, fresh produce. I just cannot explain it. It's just, there's something about it. When you put all 3 together, the components are just great for you. It's great for your optimism, great for your attitude, and great for your outlook on life. So as always, this is Luke from the MIgardener channel, reminding you to grow big or go home. We'll see you later. Bye.